The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the counter, Gibson. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Steps away to his left. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Lions 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Now gone. Incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he's brought down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Loaded with talent, DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year improvement deal to see if he can recapture that form. And he comes through here with a first down catch.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. That'll be second down. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw is gone.
That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Detroit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz.
Complete, it's Dotson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll get this up to about the 44. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now, this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 56 yards.
And Washington has taken the lead.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he returns this to the 22.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a first down throw. Gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
brings up
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And take it right on the 30. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
On 2nd down, Swift. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14th.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington.
touchdown, Washington.
Chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that, and they've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
And the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Goff. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now Goff on first down.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing time.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Wentz now on first down. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Once more, Gibson.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it. Wentz
winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wentz now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Goff. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Now a play fake. Wentz.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, while ultimately fell incomplete. It caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Goff now looks to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. They'll go again with Gibson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing now is Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Goff now to throw.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Second and 20. They run out of the gun with Swift.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. From the 50, it's gone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10
at their own 43. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. But he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, gone.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
On the move to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
17. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
They'll try it now with Swift.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now it's gone. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Hold on. Check.
Here we go with Williams. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5.
And that one to the good run talent right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the fourth quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
Hey, five. Tell you what.
Goff. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wentz to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Four down. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now it's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
DC.
Goff now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to win this game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Lions, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.